How y'all doing there, little churn? Um, First and foremost, I say memory eternal to His Grace Metropolitan Daniel of Japan, who passed away. I'm saying it's the evening of the 12th here in Japan, so he passed away on, I think, the evening of the 10th. And I think I posted something in my little community page, like an English article about him. So first and foremost, may his memory be eternal. We were blessed to have him as a metropolitan. Real sweet, real sweet man. Um, Never could get right where I was from though. Like I remember every time, like, because after the liturgy here in Japan, like if you go to the cathedral, after the liturgy, and it's probably the same in other churches that have a metropolitan that serves, or a bishop that serves there, where like the faithful would line up on the other side, and then the bishop would go through and receive his blessing. Every time I'd get his blessing, his grace would never get exactly right where I was from, except for like once or twice. Like right, once or twice he'd get I was American, but every other time he'd be like, "You from Kenya? You from Ethiopia?" I'm like, "No, your grace. I'm from America, your grace." He was real sweet man, real sweet man. So may his memory be eternal. Um, I'm sitting here in Fukushima with my wife's family because it's Obon season here in Japan, and Obon is like mid-August, around the 13th. It's about 5-6 days um, where people go back to their hometowns and they go to the graves of their departed and their ancestors, and clean the graves, go pray, and stuff like that. Which I kind of wish we had something like that in the West, at least in America. Where you'd go and you'd pay respect to your forebearers. Is that the word, forebearers? I've been drinking a lot of whiskey tonight, so forgive me. Um, and we went up there to my wife's, ancestral grave, and I did my little prayers and whatnot. May their memories be eternal. Lord, forgive them for their sins, voluntary and involuntary, word and of deed, knowledge and of ignorance. And after that, we went to the onsen, right, the little bath here, and where we at. And it's perfect day. Um, you have something in like, and when you go to an onsen here in Japan, you have like the inner bath, and you have the I think it's called the rotenburo, which is like the outside bath. And I went to that outside when I was looking over the ocean. You see the little ships in the distance. You know, the sky looked like a painting, and it just, a lot of prayer gets done, or at least attempts at prayer get done at them onsens. You hear me? Like a lot of thoughts get thought. And I'm sitting there thinking, I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go. I'm sitting there um, thinking, because I remember, well, a while back, maybe at this point, maybe 2 years ago or something like that, I went to the Romanian church here in Tokyo, and I did a confession. Father heard my confession, and I probably said this before, but Father gonna say to me, he's like, "You don't trust God. That's your big problem. You don't trust God," and that messed with me, cause he right, 100% right. I don't trust God, and I don't say that like I'm proud of it. I say that like that's a problem. I was talking to my daddy a couple weeks ago. My daddy said something to me like, because I get extremely worried about stuff. Just the slightest thing, my mind just goes off, and I just get panicked and anxious. And I've had terrible anxiety attacks forever. And I was talking to my dad, and my dad said he said, I always say, It's okay to be concerned, but you don't need to worry. And I was like, what's the difference? He said, he sent me a message. He said, the difference between being concerned and worried is when you stop believing God is in control, or something to that effect. And more or less, he said, like, if you stop believing that God's in control, then you starting to worry. You don't need to worry. It's okay. He said, ain't nothing wrong being concerned. Because my daddy concerns about a whole bunch of concerns about me, concerns about his children, and we all concerned about things. But it's like when you get to worrying, then you get to that point where you stop believing God can do it, and then you don't need to do that. And that's what I was thinking about in the bath today. I was sitting there looking out over the ocean, and that's my big issue. And on the side of that, I was thinking there's a whole bunch of things that I want to do here. I want to do a podcast seriously. I want to do more videos seriously. I want to find a way to connect Japanese singing with prayer seriously. Like these are things that I really want to do. And I've just been meditating over what's keeping me from doing these things. And it's that fear, And so today, while I've been drinking all this whiskey with my family, not alone, I don't drink alone, but drinking all this whiskey with my father-in-law and everything, I've just been thinking about this. The Lord tells us to not worry, concern ourselves with tomorrow, but focus on today. And I've spent so many todays thinking about tomorrow that I really need to fix that. I really need to fix that. Anyway, that's kind of what's been on my mind recently. I sent y'all that message saying I can't talk. I ain't made a video recently because I've been thinking about some stuff. That's the stuff I've been thinking about. Y'all pray for me. Because I've been given this blessing. I got to do something good with it. Anyway, y'all pray for me. And pray for Metropolitan Daniel. He was sweet. And his hands were so soft. When you ever get his blessing, his hands were so soft, bruh. Like cocoa butter. Is that right to say? Like cocoa. That's fine. Like cocoa butter. Anyway, y'all stay prayerful. Keep Metropolitan Daniel in your prayers. Holler at y'all later.